What's up, guys? It's your boy J Gamer here, back with another video. And this time, I'm going over UFC fight predictions. I'm going over the upcoming fight on December 30th, UFC 207. Man, this is gonna be a stacked card. I knew Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes was fighting, but I knew my boy freaking Cain Velasquez fighting. Dominic Cruz is fighting. Freaking Cody No Love is fighting. Yeah, if y'all don't know who that is, man, search him up. That's his Twitter name. Man's a monster. Who else is fighting? Who else is Fabricio Verdum is fighting. Johnny Hendricks is fighting. He's a former welterweight champion. That's the only people don't give him credit. Don't let me get into it, man. Freaking who else is fighting, man? Who else is fighting? Yeah, man, that's about it. That's a stacked card. Ronda Rousey return. So let's go over the cards, man. So the main event is gonna be Ronda Rousey versus Amanda Nunes. This is Ronda Rousey return after getting knocked the fuck out by Holly Holm. So the new crowned champion of the bantamweight women's division, and man, she is a beast. I didn't hear too much about Amanda Nunes up until the title fight with Miesha Tate, but man, she fought some top quality people. She won against some top quality people, man. She fought Valentina Stavakovic. Valentina Stavakovic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but that's the girl that beat Holly Holm a couple months ago. So, and she didn't beat Holly Holm. She picked her apart, counter strike, and just it was a wonderful fight. And I'm here thinking, hell, Valentina Stavakovic is going to be the next UFC champion. And when I'm looking, Amanda Nunes already beat her. So, man, Amanda Nunes is real. She's as real as it gets. She's long, good striking ability, black belt, bruh. I don't think this is a good return for Ronda Rousey, man. I feel like this return's gonna send her to retirement. Bruh, this is not a good return for her. Oh man, it would be great if she could prove me wrong, but I do not know. This is a tough fight. Amanda Nunes has been known to like gas in like the later rounds and stuff, and she doesn't. That's the only problem with her, that she's not conditioned well enough. But she looked conditioned against Miesha Tate. She's a champion, so she's definitely gonna take it serious now. And Ronda Rousey, man. Y'all might think I'm a Ronda Rousey hater, but let me just tell y'all why I think Ronda Rousey's overrated. Man, I might get some hate for this video, but Ronda Rousey, she really never fought anybody that was good until Holly Holm. Well, Miesha Tate, yeah. Miesha Tate has no striking ability. It's just like a wrestling match. I'm not saying Miesha Tate. The only world class fighter she fought before Holly Holm was Miesha Tate. That's a better way to put it. It was Miesha Tate. Other than that, nobody. No, Sarah McMahon, Betch Correia, Miesha Tate twice. Yeah, Miesha Tate was the only world class fighter she fought. And then a bunch of nobodies, no ranks. It's like, so she never really fought any good fighters until Miesha Tate and Holly Holm. And then Holly Holm, when she fought a world class fighter, Holly Holm was a world class boxer, world class kickboxer too as well. Holly Holm destroyed her. So that's my reason why I think Ronda Rousey's excuse me, is overrated. Man, if she gets out of this one, she got me. I'm done. If she wins this fight against Amanda Nunes, all praise to Ronda Rousey, but I don't think she's gonna win this fight. Amanda Nunes beat the shit out of Miesha Tate. She beat the shit out of Valentina Stavakovic. Beat the crap out of Sarah McMahon. I think she earned knockout of the night against Sarah McMahon. And then The thing about Amanda Nunes too, she's not just a striker. She's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So Ronda little judo and ground game, it's not gonna affect Amanda Nunes that much. She's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and she's Brazilian, so it's not gonna affect her that much, bro. Oh man, so my pick on the main event, the main fight is Amanda Nunes. I got Amanda Nunes finishing Ronda Rousey. It's not gonna go to decision. This fight is not gonna go to a decision. It's gonna be a finish. And I got Amanda Nunes. The next fight, man, we got my boy Dominic Cruz versus Cody. What's his last name? Galbraith? Man, I know his Twitter name. Cody No Love. That's what I go by, man. Cody is a beast. He got the vicious neck tattoos, the vicious tats on his chest. He's like a miniature Conor McGregor, man. And this is gonna be a good fight. This is gonna be a good fight. Cody is 10-0. He knocks out everybody. He just knocked out Thomas Almeida. I thought Thomas Almeida was the next phenom of the. He could still be the next phenom because he just won his last fight. So, but I thought Thomas Almeida was the man. I thought he was gonna come up there, dethrone Dominic Cruz. Dethrone Dominic Cruz. I thought he was gonna dethrone Dominic Cruz and just run off with the division. But Cody proved me wrong. He knocked him. Did he knock him out? He didn't knock him out cold, but it was a TKO. It was a stoppage. So man, he's coming off a great one, 10-0. But Dominic Cruz, man, he makes great fighters look like shit. Look what he did to Uriah Faber. Look what he did to Mighty Mouse. I'll say Mighty Mouse has gotten better, but he devoured Mighty Mouse before he went down to flyweight and then dominates that division. But Dominic Cruz, man, he doesn't get enough credit. He does not get enough credit. He's so underrated. No one in the UFC fights like Dominic Cruz. No one. His movement, he fights with like that. His hands out. He doesn't protect his face or anything, man. Dominic Cruz is a monster, and I believe he's gonna win this fight. He's gonna just, his footwork is just incredible. He's gonna just dance around Cody and just pick him apart. But the thing he has to worry about, Cody knocks out. All it takes is one punch. All it takes is one punch with Cody. So I believe this is. I don't think it's not. It's not as tough as a match. It's not, because he could easily just have the mindset of grappling with Cody, because I believe Cody's just a striker. You just have the mindset of taking him down and pounding and finishing him. But if he stands up with him, it's gonna be a tough fight. If he stands up with him, it's gonna be a tough fight. But I got my boy Dominic Cruz on this one, man. Yeah, I feel like he could do it. And then, I believe the best fight of the night, in my opinion, because I'm a die-hard Cain Velasquez fan. My boy Cain Velasquez get his redemption against fuckboy Fabricio Verdum. I believe he's gonna annihilate him. We ain't fighting in Mexico this time, big boy. He's gonna annihilate Verdum. Man. Cain Velasquez off his last fight against what's that? Ronda Rousey's boyfriend. What's that dude's name, man? Y'all know who I'm talking. Yeah, if y'all UFC fans, y'all know who I'm talking about. Travis Brown. His last fight against, he demolished Travis Brown. Then he added that new little that kick. Have you ever seen a heavyweight do a kick like that? No. Man, Cain Velasquez. The only thing that happens to Cain Velasquez, sometimes he wins the belt and then he gets lackadaisical and then gives it up, wins it again. I won't say he got lackadaisical against when he fought. He got lackadaisical this last fight when he fought Fabricio. Not the last fight, but when he fought Fabricio Verdum the first time. Come on, Cain. Just because you're from Mexico doesn't mean you're accustomed to the altitude. You don't live in Mexico anymore. He's not actually from Mexico either way. If you think about it, his parents are from Mexico, so that's it. He doesn't live in Mexico just because he has Mexican heritage. He thinks, oh yeah, I'm accustomed to the altitude. I can fight up here. Came 2 weeks before the fight, gassed out within 4 minutes. Man, that's the only thing about my boy King. He's my favorite fighter right now in the UFC is Cain Velasquez, hands down. I go way back with fighters, man. Chuck Liddell, GSP is my favorite fighter of all time. I hope he comes back, man, but I don't think Dana White's fucking with him. And he's really, I can see why Dana White doesn't fuck with George, man. George is just everywhere. But back to this fight, Fabricio Verdun versus Cain Velasquez. Man, Cain, let me get on the rant about Cain because he's my favorite fighter. Man, Cain, the only thing he has to worry about is preparing himself, having a mindset of a champion. He's good. Talent is there. He's there, man. He's vicious. He's an animal. But he just has to put himself together, have the mindset of a champion, and try not to lose the belt again, man. Because he has 2 losses now, man. 2 losses, two L's, 2 L's, man. You're better than that. But that he has to get the mindset, and plus he has to train smart. He has to, aka, man, these dudes are just. It's like not survival of the fittest. It's like give it your all every single day in practice. You can't be doing that at age what? I believe he's what, like 35? Let me be correct. 34. I was almost 34. At age 34, you can't be going into practice giving it your all every single day, King. You're gonna get injured. And that's one of his big problems, is always getting injured. Like his last injury, he said, oh yeah, I'm focusing more on, I didn't even used to like stretch before practices and stuff. Cain, what? You didn't used to stretch before practice? Come on, bro. Come on. Before any training, he didn't used to stretch. He used to neglect that. Come on, man. So that's one of his big faults. He always get injured. DC pull out of the Anthony Johnson fight because of a groin injury. They're always getting injured. Luke messed up his knee. They practice too hard. They're great fighters, but they leave too much of it in the practice arena, man. They leave too much of it in practice. They could be dominant. AKA could have 3 belts right now: middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. But they're just practicing too hard, man. Practicing too hard. But Fabricio Verdun, who did this idiot lose to? Oh yeah, he lost to Stipe. Man, I like Stipe Miocic too, but my boy King could beat him. He lost to Stipe. Man, he's a cocky dude, man. He tries to make it seem like he's so nice and humble, but he gets cocky. Like Stipe knocked him, laid him out. I believe if Fabricio Verdun fought his fight against Stipe Miocic, as of striking a little bit, grappling, of course he's the best. He's the best in terms of jiu-jitsu in the heavyweight division. Best grappling in the heavyweight division. So he submitted Cain, of course. He submitted what's that Russian guy named, man? Fredo Emelianenko. He submitted top heavyweight fighters over the world, man. He beat a lot of people too, man. And he just gets a little too cocky sometimes, but I believe Cain is ready for everything Fabricio Verdun is gonna throw at him. The ground game, Cain is not gonna interact with that ground game too much. He's just, if he gets taken out, he's gonna get right back up. If he takes him down, he's gonna be smart about where he puts his hands and where he puts his limbs and stuff, so he won't get the shit broken or won't end up in a submission. But Fabricio Verdun, he lost to Stipe Miocic. He had a fight with who? Who did he fight? It was he fought Travis Brown. The and he fought Travis Brown and won by unanimous decision. And Kane knocked out Travis Brown in the first round. So that tells you right there who's gonna, well, not who's gonna win, but who's ready. Who's ready? You go to this, and the thing about Verdum, he goes to decision with Travis Brown, and then asks for a title shot right away after Kane laid him out. Come on, man. So the winner of this fight is definitely gonna be able to fight Stipe Miocic after he comes back off of his little vacation. I'll give it to him. He fought a lot, so he needs a vacation. He fought a lot this year, so yeah, I got my boy Kane. Obviously, Kane by knockout. Kane is not gonna go to no decision. He hates Fabricio Verdum. He hates Fabricio Verdum. Not only because he took his belt, but they were in a little argument or whatever that he's not Mexican. Fabricio Verdum said he's not Mexican or whatever, so he hates Fabricio Verdum. I believe Fabricio Verdum is gonna get knocked the fuck out. I hope he does. I'm praying he does. Yeah. So the next fight we got T.J. Dillashaw versus John Lineker. I don't know who the hell John Lineker is. I'm sorry. I'm a big UFC fan, but guys like this I don't really pay too much attention to. He's 29-7, so he's been fighting for a long time. T.J. Dillashaw. He's coming off a good fight. I forgot who he fought, but it was a good performance. Although he's a snake in the grass, like Conor McGregor said, he's a snake in the grass, bro. He's a good fighter, but he's gonna be just like Uriah Faber. He's gonna be a really good fighter that just can't bring it to the next level to beat Dominic Cruz. He's gonna be right there every time. He's gonna have he might have a trilogy with Dominic Cruz, but he's never gonna win the belt again. But I pick him against John Lineker. He's gonna devour John Lineker, man. Unless John Lineker catch him with some lucky shots or something. And then yeah, so I got T.J. Dillashaw for that fight. I'll say TKO. And with the next fight, you got Johnny Hendrick versus Neil Magny. That's how you pronounce it. Magny. He's fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. Oh, he's from Brooklyn. He's fighting out of Denver. My bad. He's 6. Yo, before I start talking about this dude, in UFC 2, bruh, I use him all the time because like he's so big for this welterweight division. Not big in terms of size, but like length. He's 6'3". He's a really good striker. His I don't follow him too much, but I don't really follow him too much. He's coming off of a loss. He beat Hector Lombard, got performance of the night. He fought a bunch of nobodies, man. Let me see. I'm looking to see a win he got over somebody that's really good. Nobody top 10. So never really fought anybody in top 10 and actually won. But he's a good up and coming fighter. If he puts all his tools together, he'll be great. But on to my boy Johnny Hendricks. I used to hate him because, bruh, GSP is my favorite fighter of all time. And as a GSP fan, I'll give it to him. He beat GSP. They robbed him. He still went out and still got the championship. He still went out and still got the belt after GSP retired. But I'm a GSP fan. I watched the fight numerous times. He beat GSP. He beat him, man. GSP had takedowns and stuff, but he robbed GSP. The amount of strikes he had on GSP, man. Come on, man. But Johnny Hendricks is always dealing with excuse me. He's always dealing with cutting weight and making this weight class. He's a welterweight, but he really can't make that 170. I don't know. He needs to have a better diet, honestly, because he's 5'9". Where else is he gonna go? He's definitely not gonna move down because he's always overweight to make 170. He can't move up to welterweight. 5'9". He can't move up to welterweight. I'm just saying, my opinion. it's not gonna make sense for him to move up to welterweight. He's gonna get demolished up there. He just needs to have a better diet, man. Just get it together. Get it together, man. He's such a great talent. He just needs to get it together. He got demolished by Wonder Boy. Where I feel that fight, well, what did I say? If he moves up, not welterweight, if he moves up to middleweight, what am I saying? If he moves up to middleweight, Luke, Romero, Michael Bisping, Lyoto, Gegard Mousasi, he's gonna get demolished by these dudes. These are middleweight stacked. So he needs to make this 170. He needs to make this 170, man. Big rig. You need to make this 170 so you can fight, bro. He's, in my eyes, bro, he's not a legend. In my eyes, he's a legend, but to UFC fans' eyes, he's probably not a legend. But yeah, he needs to make this weight, and I feel like it's gonna be a good fight. He's 5'9". He's fighting against a guy that's 6'3", and he's a really good striker. If Neil could use his reach pretty well, he could win this. But somehow Johnny Hendricks gets his way in. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was my little Mike Tyson slip and move shit. But he got power, man. You don't call him Big Rig for no reason. He got power. He gonna get up in there and knock you out just like a truck. I got my boy Johnny Hendricks for this, man, because he's coming off a couple L's. He's coming off of 2 L's. Stephen Thompson and Kevin. Who the hell is this? But yeah, he's coming off of 2 L's. So just because he's a former champion, they still got him in the UFC. But usually, if you lose 3 fights in a row, I say you're cut. But he has to win this fight in order to stay in the UFC, man. Dana White doesn't like him really because he's always missing weight. He was supposed to fight. Who was he? He was supposed to fight somebody. He missed weight. He missed weight a couple times already, and he's always missing weight. Dana White doesn't like people like that, so he needs to win this fight to have a career in the UFC again, man. But I got my boy Johnny Hendricks for this, man. I'm rooting for him. He's a good fighter. And then I got Johnny Hendricks like knockout. He doesn't submit or go to decision. He knocks dudes out. Then again, man, that's about it. But it's a stack card, man. It's a stack card. We don't got nobody else that I see could be a good fight. If you guys, I'm looking at my phone. Tell me fine that's like, I don't know, disrespectful, but I'm looking at my phone all the time. But I'm looking at the cards as I speak. I don't know, it's not focusing. But I'm looking at the fight card as we speak. So yeah, man. UFC 207, December 30th. Big fight, the return of Ronda Rousey. We got my boy TJ Dillashaw on there. We got Dominic Cruz on there. We got Cody No Love on there. And of course, we got my favorite fighter right now in the UFC, Cain Velasquez. It's going to be a great fight, man. Tell me what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. Your boy is out of here.